Are you ready to witness a lake which is unnamed and was undocumented till date? In 3, 2, 1. I give you a beautiful lake at 5,000 meter here in Lahaul. Stay tuned. We are starting from this place known as Bharatpur Tent Colony, which is at the base of the Varalacha La Pass. And Bharatpur Tent Colony actually acts as a small pit stop for all the truck drivers who go to Leh. This area comes under the region of Lahaul, Himachal Pradesh. Now in the first 10 minutes of the hike, you get this opportunity to cross the beautiful Unam River, which is flowing north towards Sarchu. Safe and easy. Early mornings the flow in the river is quite gentle. Now as you walk towards the lake, you can constantly keep seeing Mount Unam, 6,100 meters, and a peak adjacent to it, joining Unam through a steep ridge which is just named as PT 6000. 24th of July, a pretty clear weather for all those who will be climbing this peak today. Now, this whole landscape is basically scree, or I would say loose rock, because this whole area is covered by snow for 6 months a year, and a lot of weathering happens. So you'll have these small little chips of rocks, and that definitely consumes a good amount of time. The lake is right there behind the ridge. Let's see how it looks. Whew. So this is the unnamed lake number 1. We came here yesterday evening just for a recce, and yeah, boom, this is it. Beautiful reflection on the lake, guys. And so up close to the Bharatpur Tent Colony. The water is actually coming from the glacier present now in the center of the screen. Aloo parathas, peanut butter, and some pickle for breakfast. 9 a.m. Let's do it. Anna, how are you?
Fine.
Better than yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's acclimatization. Yeah, either you carry a 1 kg tripod, or you can just make use of a few stones, 3 to 4 stones, to actually make time-lapse videos using your cell phone. And you can also utilize this time when you're actually grabbing some food. You can always put your cell phone on charging. So that's how I stay super lightweight and get these time-lapse videos. You need to be very careful when you cross these big boulder sections, and a beautiful sort of a meadow waits for us right ahead. 5 more minutes, but yeah, be careful, avoid jumping around and cross these sections slowly. A very small shepherd camp with the kitchen section, abandoned as of now on July 24th, 2021. But yeah, what a place to stay in this beautiful landscape. Yeah, the next target would be to find a suitable point from where we can cross this river. Yeah, now whenever you're in a group, guys, you should always form a chain and then cross. One person keeps the pole right in front to balance, and we then use each other to keep our bodies balanced. And you don't pick your feet up, see, you just glide it, because if you pick your feet up, you might lose the balance. And if you have to cross it alone, then obviously you'll have to use 2 sticks. You have 4-point contact, and then you cross it. Nice, we are through. Some really amazing and contrasting landscapes. Very, very careful, because these rocks are constantly getting weathered every single day. So make sure you do not keep your feet on a stone that could move underneath. Yeah, but this is like a monstrous sea of stones that we need to navigate through. Beautiful experience. Just 1 kilometer away from the lake, flight distance. Almost at 4,800 meters now. नमस्ते कैसे हैं आप?
बढ़िया बढ़िया आप
बस
सुनाओ।
बस सब बढ़िया।
चंबा में भैया हमारा गाँव जैसे दरवाला आता है, नहीं जैसे
धरबाला।
जी, जहाँ पर प्रोजेक्ट बना हुआ है, टाइम है बगड़ है।
अच्छा 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 अच्छा।
जी, वहाँ पर
बहुत दूर से चल करके आए। ठीक है ना, 1 महीना लगा है।
बिल्कुल।
अब जाते 1 महीना और
लगे।
ये जैसे हम नीचे से आते ना, जरा थोड़ा माल ऊपर चढ़ गया ना, जब पीछे से हम आते तो हमारे को भी धड़कन लग पड़ती।
बिल्कुल। तो अभी कितना भीड़ हुआ आपके पास?
500 यहाँ है।
हाँ।
तो कोई 400 दारचा में बकरी।
अच्छा 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 अच्छा। यहाँ कितने साल से आ रहे होंगे इस जगह से?
यहाँ में पुरुष गुजर चुके, खानदान गुजर चुका जब का ये सिलसिला चला है। पर जिन्होंने रास्ता ढूंढा है, जिन्होंने परमट ढूंढे है ना, उनको था भगवान यार कहाँ है,
उनको धन्यवाद
यार। जिसने रोड का जब काम लगा था, जब उसने ये काम दिखाया है, तब उसको मैं सोचता हूँ भगवान यार कौन आया था, पता नहीं किसने रास्ता निकाला। हम तो आज गाड़ी में आ रहा है।
बिल्कुल।
अब जब हम यहाँ से उठने वाले हम भी, अब हमने बस 10-15 रोज हमें कटने फुल टोटल। और हम फिर ठहर नहीं सकते, यहाँ में मरना थोड़ा है। घूमना क्या यहाँ, टूरिस्ट क्या घुमाना, कभी जिंदगी की बेड़ा कर।
This is what the sheep does. Like once they are done with their food, they'll just stay close to one another to avoid the wind and preserve that body heat. The time is 1:30 p.m. That's 6.5 hours to the lake from the road head. Super clear water. You can see the base initially, at least not more than 2 feet deep, and then magnificent formations on the other side. We can still spot the beautiful Mount Unum as we come on the other side of the lake, and then beautiful rugged peaks and glaciers with some quite differently eroded landscapes on the backside. Amazing. There's a lot of diversity in this big terrain, and yeah, it is incredibly beautiful. Nice wet and dry pattern as we came on the other side. So see, a year which would receive a good amount of snowfall and good meltwater, then this lake will be much bigger. So this is the expanse of the lake as shot on a wide angle GoPro action camera. This would be around at least 300 meters wide and at an altitude of almost 5,000 meters. Yeah, we are tracing the same way back all the way till the point of river crossing. The weather is bright and sunny, beautiful landscapes. You can also spot a marmot. He's right there. Hello. दिख रहा है तुम्हें? This is where these guys stay underground. Climbing up the boulder section again. Yeah, all the way back. Yes, we've got down to the river bed now, and we are experiencing a slight drizzle, so it is always handy no matter what. Don't just trust the weather forecast. Always carry a raincoat with you, at least a raincoat upper. That will save you, because if you get wet in this altitude, it would be bone chilling and super uncomfortable. Now this is the most crucial section that will take us all the way to this place called Killing Sarai there. So if you want to avoid this, you can go back to the Bharatpur tent colony, but then since it is evening, you'll have a hard time to actually cross the river. So I would still suggest that have a hiking pole with you and then just go down nicely through this ancient rock cut path. Now if you don't have a pole, maybe one simple tip is to grab the grass, but do not trust it completely. Trust your feet, put pressure on your feet, guys. Okay, it's always better to have a pole with you. Yeah, nice. Digging that feet into that soil. Yeah. Yeah. Avoid the stone or boulder, it will be slippery. Use the soil to go down. चलो यस वो पाँव बनाए वहाँ. हाँ, उसे प्रेशर डालना, टो से उसको गड्ढा कर. पोल लगा पहले, आगे पहले पोल लगा. हाँ, टो से गड्ढा कर उसमें. Yes, stance. Yes, slowly. Very nice. Slowly. Either right now, right side. Ah, done, man. Yeah, imagine now you are negotiating this steep scree slope and you don't have a pole, so you have to necessarily dig your feet in, put as much pressure as you can on the toes of your feet. Yeah, and you can just go sliding down. Watch out for rocks. Yeah, always be bare, they don't hit you. Yeah, and just slide down and down. Keep your feet sideways, it definitely helps. Yeah, take a big moraine down with you, keep looking back. Whew, nicely done. 5:54 p.m. guys, we are negotiating this nice scree slope. Yeah, you just use your body weight even if you're afraid, but yeah, make sure that you don't come behind each other. So we've asked Vijay to stop, because if he slides down, he'll throw some stones that will definitely hit Shweta. So it's like one person at a time, but yeah, a good learning experience. We have covered almost 18 kilometers on this beautiful rugged terrain and got to experience two amazingly beautiful lakes. This was my ride, guys, the Griff truck. Highly thankful to them, and we are at Bharatpur tent colony. Hello, back at the dhaba. Nice. So this is all I had for episode 1 of the Great Lakes of Lahaul. I'll very soon submit the GPX file on the OpenStreetMaps, and within a week you'll see a nice trail connecting both these lakes on all the offline navigation platforms. Now I'm also looking for a word or a name that can be assigned to both these lakes. This word has to be necessarily of some Tibetan or Lahauli origin. I'm really thankful to Mr. Rajeshwar, who reached out to me on Instagram and shared this crucial information that even Suraj Tal was earlier known as So Kamchi, and Deepak Tal was earlier known as Dozum So. And therefore we think that it is necessary to come up with a name that would actually relate to the culture and history of this landscape. The moment the name is finalized, I'll drop that name in the video description below, and I'll also do a small announcement on Instagram. If you have any particular suggestions, if you know somebody from Lahaul, then your suggestions are most welcome. Now in episode number 2 of the Great Lakes of Lahaul, I'll take you on a day hike across 4 high altitude lakes, all unnamed, all undocumented, all above 5,000 meters, up close to Baralacha Pass. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.